Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I actually haven't filmed. It feels like it's been a while since I filmed. Today I'm doing a get ready with me, and I'm mostly doing this because I want to give you guys a little update. Sorry, I'm just getting my makeup sponge ready. I wanted to do a little update on how the second trimester has been going of just being pregnant. If you don't know, or if you're new here, I am pregnant. Today is Friday, January 22nd as I'm filming this. I think tomorrow I'll be 32 weeks pregnant. I haven't been really tracking it. My husband has been, but he's working right now. So it just like stresses me out, just tracking it and everything. So I don't do it. He's been doing it. Yeah, I just want to go over the second trimester. I did write a blog post about this. The blog post is literally like 2 paragraphs, I think, because spoiler alert, it's been a pretty easy, quick second trimester. There really isn't anything juicy that happened in the second trimester. It was pretty low-key, the same and everything. So I don't think there's gonna be like a ton of updates or anything. But I do want to film another video. My goal is when I'm 38 weeks pregnant, and then do an update on how the third trimester has been going, because that one has a little bit different. Just like not really what I was expecting, I guess. But yeah, today I'm gonna get ready here. It's a little bit later in the day because my husband was filming this morning, like in between work meetings, but that's okay. I ended up getting some work done while I was waiting to use the tripod that I'm using right now. The last video I think you guys saw, it was mostly like my first trimester, and then I think we talked a little bit about my second trimester because I just started the second trimester, and that one was a little bit more planned out, and I did it with my husband. But yeah, the second trimester was just a lot of the stuff that was happening in my first trimester seemed to go away. So for example, I was getting really bad migraines. Like I got 3 migraines total in that first trimester, and they were really bad, and I've never had migraines before, so it was just alarming for someone that's never gotten migraines, and all of a sudden you have a migraine and you didn't really know how to deal with it. We figured out how to make the migraines go away and everything. It was just something to get used to. And then there was a couple days where I was getting a little bit tired here and there. You know, instead of being tired around like 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock when people usually wind down for the day, I was kind of getting tired by like 4 or 5 o'clock. Just kind of like checked out for the day, like needed to lay down and everything. It wasn't too drastic or anything, but that went away. During the second trimester, I didn't have any of that. Still trying to use up the milk tone-up cream. Every video I feel like I'm using this, it's because I'm trying to use it up. I'm so close to being done with it, and I feel like I'm saying this in every video. I'm almost done with it, and months go by and I'm still using it. It's because a little bit goes a long way. My thoughts on it: 1, it's discontinued. I don't think you can get it anymore. I think it's good. I usually try and focus it mostly because it's a tone-up cream, so I think it's supposed to color correct a little bit. I think it does it a little bit. It also said it's moisturizing. That's another reason why I use it kind of as a primer, because it's moisturizing. At least that's what it says on the back, but it's alright. They don't make it anymore, so that's why I'm not like, oh yeah, I definitely get this again. It's not that great. Yeah, so migraines pretty much went away. I still haven't had any crazy food cravings. My workout routines have been the same. I work out 6 days a week. This is all during the second trimester. Right now, as I'm filming this, I'm in the third trimester. I'm just doing an update on the second one. I'll do a different video. I know I already said in the beginning, but I'm just trying to like paint the picture here. Yeah, workouts have been the same. Still working out 6 days a week. I think I briefly talked about how there was 1 week where I had, this might be TMI, really bad constipation. It was pretty bad, and my doctor said to just start taking in more fiber, and she kind of warned me before this all happened, like, oh, you might be like a little bit constipated during these weeks, maybe like up the fiber and stuff like that. So I was eating a lot of fiber, still am currently eating a lot of fiber, but the constipation went away. It's because I I've been eating a lot of like green smoothies, and if you saw in my what I eat in a day while being pregnant video, you kind of get an idea of what I eat. I still eat Fiber One bars, snack on those throughout the day. That's gone away completely. I haven't had any issues there. There's just like kind of obvious ones that are different, like the further you move along in the pregnancy, the bigger your stomach is getting. Like that's kind of an obvious one. I'm telling you guys, it's been a really like uneventful, like a really nice, smooth, positive second trimester. I feel like people are gonna come here and expect something juicy, but it's been very low key, nothing crazy. He is kicking, not like kicking, but like everyone says kicking. I feel like at least this baby is, you just feel him move around a lot. I don't think he's necessarily like kicking my stomach. I think he's just like moving around a lot. I know everyone says during the last couple weeks of being pregnant, like that last month or so, people say like you can literally see a foot kicking your stomach. So I haven't seen that yet, but I still have like a couple months to go. So I'm sure it's coming. But yeah, he moves around a lot. Mostly I feel him move around after I eat or drink something is when I mostly feel it. Yeah, like the first time it was kind of, it's like a little jolt, like you don't expect it. But at this point I'm so far along that I'm just kind of like used to it at this point. So once in a while there's like a big movement in there and you're like, oh geez. But yes, I have been feeling him move around more. We did finish the baby registry. I don't know, I've been going back and forth if I want to make a video on like a baby I know a lot of people do like baby registry videos, and I don't know, there's so many videos out there for baby registry stuff. I don't think like I need to make one, but we'll see. Maybe it'll just depend on like timing and everything. But yeah, we did finish our baby registry. We're just doing it on Amazon. Everything that we wanted or needed was on Amazon. I know some people have like multiple different registries everywhere, and we did make one for Target, but then we ended up, everything that we were finding on Target we were finding on Amazon, and we were finding more options, and sometimes it was even cheaper on Amazon. So we ended up getting rid of the Target one and just using Amazon for it. So that's been going well. We already started, if you don't know, we are doing our baby shower after the baby is born. It just works out better in our life. It just works out better having it after the baby is born. And we're also looking for a house right now, and we're hoping to be able to find a house and put an offer in sometime the first week of March is like the timeline that we have out. Is actually going to work out. I don't really know, but that's like the time frame that we're hoping, is to put an offer in on a house sometime that first week of March. And the baby is due March 20th. We're hoping just like we get an offer through and then we could start like moving stuff over right away. Yeah, it's just been really busy around here, is long story short. But that's okay. I kind of like it. It keeps us busy and it's giving us something to do. Yeah, that was happening. And then those were kind of like the big ones, just feeling the baby move a lot. Like the baby bump is obviously getting a little bit bigger. All the doctor's appointments have gone really good so far. They've been checking like the anatomy of the baby. Everything's looking good. Growing wise, still been kind of like eating the same, just like small snacks throughout the day. I go over that in a different video. I can link below. Working out has been the same. This was like the big one I want to talk about. How did I forget this? So the biggest one that has been causing me issues, it's not like too exciting, I feel like I'm hyping it up. It's really not like anything too exciting. Sorry, there's an eyelash. My heartburn has been getting really bad. So I think I talked about this in the last video. Let me just bring this up quick. I'm using the Misha BB cream in number 23. I've been really liking lighter coverage a lot lately, and this is just like the perfect. It's light. I think it's long lasting. It works out through workouts and everything. So I've actually been grabbing this a lot. I have a pretty decent amount of foundations, and this is like one of the newest ones I got. I'm like flying through it because this is all I use. And then for concealer real quick, I am just using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I just put the smallest amount, you'll see right here, and because I've been going for light coverage, so I just need a little bit of coverage under my eyes, and then I might cover up this zit here. I think I talked about it in my last video. I've always had really bad heartburn, and getting pregnant, even in the first trimester, I could tell that the heartburn got a lot worse. I couldn't drink anything carbonated. I felt like everything was just like triggering the heartburn really bad. Going into the second trimester, it's gotten even worse. Little like spoiler, even now at 31, soon to be 32 weeks pregnant, it's still really bad. Like I feel like it's just getting worse and worse and worse. I'm not worried by it because I've talked to my doctor already. It's literally normal. I've always had bad heartburn. You know, you're growing someone inside you, so like in my mind, it makes sense that the heartburn is like getting worse. There's like less room, you know? So I talked to my doctor. I hate going to the doctor and telling them about my heartburn. And then they're like, oh yeah, just like take Tums. Tums doesn't work. Tums have never worked. I wish that doctors would stop suggesting to me Tums. Like Tums is not a cure-all. So Tums has not been working. It never has. Even like before pregnancy, Tums have never ever worked for me. Yeah, they just don't work. So I asked her about some other stuff, and she recommended this just like over-the-counter one that you can get at like any drugstore just off the shelf. I can't remember the name of it, but I asked her if I could use this one and start taking it daily, and I am very against like taking medicine daily, just like popping a pill every day. That's not really, I'm just one of those people I don't like that. And I've never really been that type of person. But this heartburn has gotten so bad to the point where I am taking a heartburn medicine now, and I can't, some days I feel like it's working, some days I haven't noticed a difference. You know, when you get to a point where you're like, even just like the slightest little bit of feeling better is like worth it, even if you don't think it's doing anything, or maybe it's a placebo, or just like having even like one day where the heartburn isn't so bad, you get a little relief. That's where I'm at right now. So yeah, I started taking just one heartburn, just one in the morning. That's it. Sometimes I feel like it's working, sometimes I haven't noticed a difference, but maybe it's something. Maybe it's a placebo for all I know. I don't really know, but I'm getting a little bit of relief. So it was getting really bad. It was getting to the point where everything was triggering it. It didn't matter what I was eating. Something was triggering it. Like anything was. It was to the point where when I was on a run, I would only get a mile into this run, and I literally had to stop, and I felt like I needed to throw up from heartburn. Like, and it's 100% heartburn. It's nothing. I know what heartburn is. I've lived with it my whole life. It was pure just burning and burping throughout the entire run, to the point where like I would stop and like need to take a second and walk and feel like I needed to throw up stomach acid from the heartburn. Like it was that bad. Yeah, talked to my doctor about that, and I think we got it at bay a little bit. It's definitely not a cure-all, but it's better than nothing. So happy about that. It's still really bad. It's still, I feel like anything triggers it, but at least it's a little better. And that kind of ties along with why I've been, if you see the Eat With Me video while being pregnant, you'll see like that's another reason why I eat just like really small meals throughout the day, because it was feeling big sit down meals, like sitting down and eating lunch or sitting down and eating dinner, like those bigger meals were just triggering it. So that's why I try and have just like small little meals, 3-4 hours or something. But yeah, that's probably been like the biggest change. The powder that I'm using right now is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate finishing powder in the shade Light. This was a recommendation from Jessica Braun. She said that this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I can't remember the name of it, but that Charlotte Tilbury powder that everyone talks about. She said this is good. I really like it. I like that it kind of flattens a little bit. It's not like a perfect fix-all, but this is also, I don't really have a lot of powders, so this is also like the only one that I have. But I really like it. I'll probably end up repurchasing that, honestly. And I just put the smallest amount, just like right here, as you probably saw. I'm not someone that like carries it throughout my whole face or around my nose. I just try and keep it here. Because I'm realizing as I get older, matte products, like matte foundation, matte finishing powder, stuff like that, it just doesn't look good on my skin. I think my skin is better with more like dewy type stuff. It just looks better and doesn't crease or look so cakey on my skin. It's something that I learned in the last couple of years. That's why I'm really drawn to these more dewy moisturizing products. So for contour, I finished up that CYO one finally, and I'm moving on to this Wet n Wild contour stick in the shade Oaks on You. So the thing with this is I like it. It's just a little bit orange. Like I feel like this would be better in the summer, maybe like when I'm tan. So I try and use the smallest amount. I don't want to just like waste it and donate it or throw it out right away. So I'm trying to use it a little bit, but that CYO one I liked better because it was a cool toned and this is more warm. So I just try and use like the smallest amount, like that's it. The formula itself is great. It's just the shade is I feel like it's just a little too warm for me, or at least a little too warm right now. I didn't realize that they took Parks and Rec off of Netflix either. Did anyone else notice that? I seriously did not notice it until after they took The Office off. I was like, oh, whatever, like not a big deal. I'll just like start watching Parks and Rec more. I already did watch Parks and Rec a lot, but I wasn't too worried about the Office thing because they always have Parks and Rec. And I didn't realize that they took Parks and Rec off also. So now I'm like, man, like all of my background TV shows that I watch while, I'm working on business type stuff, all of my background shows, my main ones were Parks and Rec and The Office, and they took those off. And now I'm like, okay, I guess there's still New Girl. I've always liked The Walking Dead. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of like a little bummed because I did not realize that they took Parks and Rec off. That was like my backup show once they took The Office off. But Josh and I are just slowly buying the seasons each month now. So, like, this month we bought season 3, I think. And then next month I'll probably purchase like season 4, 5, 6, and so on. Then eventually we'll have all of the seasons on Amazon Prime, and then we'll be back to normal. Oh yeah, I want to talk about, I plan on doing a kind of like goals for this upcoming year video. I'm actually kind of excited to film that one because out of all the years that I've done goals, New Year's resolutions and New Year's goals and all that, this is probably the first year where they are pretty like low-key goals, and for good reason. I'm pregnant right now and we're buying our first house. We'll probably be moving into this first house with a newborn, or who knows, maybe I'll still be pregnant if he ends up being late or whatever. But yeah, this was like the first year, like when a new year starts and you're feeling like super pumped, motivated, and it's January 1st, and then like you have a really busy, productive day and you get all this stuff done for your new goals and it's great. This was the first year where January 1st rolled around and I felt like I got like some stuff done, but I just felt like I was not, I don't know, like it was just an off year. Like my goals are pretty low key and I purposely did that. I'm purposely keeping my goals simple. I have less goals this year. I'm trying to make it so they're like super doable, stress-free, because you know, we're moving into a new house and we're gonna have our first baby and all that, so I purposely did that. But just like, it was just like such an off year. Like, it was just the first year where I felt not productive. Like, it was just not a good start to the first year. I don't know what it was, if it's just because of COVID, if that's what's causing it still, I don't really know. So I'm just blending in everything. I don't know if this actually does anything, but in my mind it does. And then for eyeshadow primer, I just used up this, or didn't use it up, but I'm trying to use it up. It's almost gone. The Milani eyeshadow primer. This stuff is really good. I'll probably end up repurchasing this too. But yeah, I plan on filming my goals this year. I know last year I showed my like my bullet journal. I showed that and I had all my goals written out. I actually just kind of like filming those too. That's another reason. I know it's kind of like we're almost through the month of January when you're seeing this, but I still want to get it filmed at some point just because I like those videos and it's a good reminder for me too. And also in that video, I would like to go over like how last year's goals went, which I think went really well. I think was only maybe 2 or 3 out of like 6 goals that I didn't, 6, 7, or 8 goals that I had that I didn't accomplish, but like I took steps in the right direction. So in my mind, that's still a good like win. Like I still bettered myself. Yeah, I'll talk about it more in that video. So today I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize Quad. I'm doing light makeup right now because I'm also probably gonna go work out in the next couple hours. So like I said in the beginning of this video, I had kind of a late start getting ready because I was waiting for my husband. But I feel like I'm using a lot of luxury products in this video. But all of these luxury products I got off of Mercari or Poshmark. I gotta say, if you're dabbling with luxury makeup and you don't want to spend full price, because a lot of those luxury brands almost never go on sale. Even when they do go on sale, sometimes I feel like the sales aren't great. Not every single one, but Charlotte Tilbury, for example, I think is a brand that even when they do have discounts, they're not really good. Go on Mercari or Poshmark or OfferUp or Facebook. I got this for probably over half off. And these usually sell for $53. I think I got this for like somewhere between $20 and $30 if I remember right. So just saying, because I wanted to start playing around with more luxury makeup because I was hearing a lot of people talk about Charlotte Tilbury and I got interested, and I was like, well, she never goes on sale and I really don't want to spend the money and then like not end up liking her products. So I went on Mercari and you can find this stuff for brand new for half off. It might seem gross, but half the stuff I got was either brand new or, sorry, heartburn, or like swatched. That's it. Just saying. Something to think about if you're trying to save money. Could be gross, but I don't care. I'm saving a lot of money doing this. I got these new Nobles. One of my goals this upcoming year is, assuming like everything goes smoothly and everything and like have the baby and all that, one of my goals is I'd like to get a little bit more into weightlifting. You know, kind of like how everyone has their sweet spot when it comes to working out. Mine is running. Like I feel like I got running down. You know, like I can put on running shoes and go out the door and knock out 3 to 6 miles. Like I feel really good about that, but weightlifting is something that I just want to get more consistent with. So I got these new, if you heard of the brand Noble, it's kind of like a CrossFit brand, I think, but they do like weightlifting and everything, if you know what CrossFit is. So I'm thinking about, I don't know if I want to do like CrossFit, but I want to just like find a solid gym that's really good. And I got these new Noble lifting shoes. I'm hoping like after we have the baby, I just want to like jump back into working out right away. I don't want to take this long postpartum thing. Like I really want to just like get back into running and hit the gym really good. Obviously I'm going to give myself like a week or two to adjust to, you know, having a baby, like sleep schedule and everything, but I just sometimes see some people take really long postpartum, like a year-long postpartum, and every mom is different. Do what you gotta do. I'm not shaming anything. Just for me, myself, and like my own sanity and health, like I know that I really want to just like hit the gym really hard and get back to my like weight that I was before being pregnant, just for like my own mental health and sanity. And it's kind of like, I think it'll be like a self-care also, just having my own me time. I really want to find a soccer gym too. I seriously think that I've been a little bit depressed just from not having soccer. Because every place that we've lived, I've always found a soccer team right away. And I loved the soccer team. If there's one thing I miss about Seattle, living in Washington, was the soccer team that I found. That was probably one of, if not the best soccer team that I found. And I actually really miss it a lot. So I'm really hoping that I can find that. This is the first place where I didn't do soccer right away, because we literally moved here and then like a month later I got pregnant. So I'm really, really down about just not having soccer, like weekly soccer games. So I really want to find that right away. I just been missing it, and it gives me something to do, but I can't do it right now. So just something I have to sacrifice. So right now I'm just putting the shade, I don't even know is there a name for it? I think it's the shade Define. Sorry, this isn't like labeled well. I think this is Define. I'm putting this just lightly all over the crease. And then I'm going to take this more champagne shade. This one is, sorry, this sticker's, I'm doing a bad job. Whatever, this like white champagne shade. I just taking my finger and putting this all over the lid. Like I said, literally 2 shades and then I'm done. I was hoping to film this a little bit faster. I'm already at 30 minutes. Hopefully I can edit it down. I was trying to keep this like a quick video. Really sorry if I didn't like satisfy people about the second trimester. Just like, it's been an easy trimester. Low key, positive, nothing too juicy. Like my doctor said though, the very first appointment I went to, she said that everyone always makes videos about and blog posts about like bad birthing and pregnancy stuff, and you never really hear about like the good positive ones. Yeah. Sorry, there's nothing too juicy. I had a pretty smooth sailing second trimester, but once I filmed the third trimester, I was gonna film that one around 38 weeks pregnant. That one was a little bit more eventful. I still am trying to figure out like how little or much I want to share about it. It's honestly not that bad, honestly. But yeah, I do plan on filming how the third trimester went around 38 weeks pregnant. I was thinking about filming a hospital bag one. I know that's another one that a lot of people, there's already so many like hospital bag type stuff, and I know the gist of it. I know Raw Beauty Christie and Jessica Braun both said like for their baby registries and for like hospital bag stuff that the hospital has like everything you could imagine. So in reality, you really don't need to bring like anything to the hospital. So I'm really trying to be level-headed when I do this hospital bag video. I just think it would be fun for myself to film one. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I probably will though. But yeah, the baby registry took forever for Josh and I to put together, because you hear all the time people put the most expensive stuff on their baby registry and then they end up not using like any of it. So Josh and I were like, okay, we need to, it is true. If you put something on a baby registry, first off, remember, you can just return it if you don't like it. And second thing is, let's say you put burp cloths on your baby registry, like really nice ones. And if you really need more, you can just go get it. You don't have to have it before the baby is born. Like, you can just run to the store and grab some. It kind of like ties into that minimalist type thing. You probably really don't need as much as you put on that baby registry, and you definitely do not need the nicest stuff, because like Raw Beauty Christie said, her baby boy likes the stuff that you can just get at Target. They got a bunch of nice stuff, and he's been gravitating towards more of like the cheapy stuff that you can just get at Target or Walmart. I think we did really good though. We stayed level head. A bunch of stuff we ended up not even putting on the baby registry because we're like, we can just get it ourselves. Let's like first see if we actually need it before we just put it on. We didn't put like the most expensive stuff on there. A lot of the stuff we ended up not even putting on there because we're like, we'll just get it ourselves. Since we did it on Amazon, half, if not all, everything that we put on that list is returnable. If we end up not using it or change our mind or something. I think we did really good. For the mascara, this has got to be almost dried out. I should honestly just throw this out. I feel like this is taking forever to put this mascara on. I'm just using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I think I said I was going to throw this out last time. Now I'm like, well, let me try and get a couple more uses out of it. And here I am. I think this is pretty much dried out. I think I am going to toss it after I'm done filming this. I feel like there's like no product coming off. I've also been planning out my videos more often. I might just go over this more in the other video. I've been trying to like plan what I'm going to film each month. Like, so the start of each month I want to like plan out what I want to film. I did that in November, December, and now January, and I think it works out pretty good. I usually just like go through, pick 3 days that I want to film. I was supposed to film this video yesterday, and I actually forgot about it, so then pushed it to today. You know what I mean? Like, obviously it's not perfect, but at least it keeps me like on track to film 3 videos a month, which doesn't seem like a lot, but something to keep in mind is I just started doing YouTube like exactly 1 year ago. Yeah, like exactly 1 year ago, and I was filming, you know, just whenever. There wasn't any schedule, so I feel like I've come a long way. But I'll go over like this filming stuff more in my like New Year's goals video that I want to film soon. That might be the next one. I don't know, I want to film a Charlotte Tilbury review. I think that is the next one that I'm filming next week on Monday. I think I'm filming that. I'm just going over all these Charlotte Tilbury products that I got the last month or two, which is like way overdue. Also, I need to film a Candid video. I know there's a lot of people asking me about Candid. I started planning it. I will get it out. It's been a crazy year. I'm dealing with like moving, being pregnant, and finding a house, so just bear with me. It is coming though. I started planning, taking notes on what I want to cover, and I just want to make sure I cover everything. That's my big thing. That is coming soon. I am just using the lip liner. Of course, it all scratched off. This is from Essence. The shade is scratched off. It's just like their nude pink one though. It's from Essence. These are like $1 something. I think these go on sale a lot too. It's a pencil one that you have to sharpen, but it's still creamy. I've used this for a long time. It's a really good creamy sharpening pencil, and it's the perfect shade. This is like a universal shade. I think it works with like any lipstick, maybe work with any skin tone or lip color. If I'm going for a pink lipstick, this is my shade. This is what I buy in lipsticks and lip liners. I hate really bright pinks, and I hate really too dark of pinks. This is the perfect shade. You see though, like it's like almost a perfect match. It's like my lips but better. And then this I just got for Pat McGrath's when she had those $12 lipsticks. I think there's a couple that are still $12, so if you want to go on her website, I think a lot of them switched back to $38, but I was finding there was a couple shades that are still $12. I don't think this is one of them though, so I got the shade Fembot. That $12 sale went on for a while too. I thought it was going to be like a one-day thing, so I bought 2. And then it was going on for another week and then another week. And I was like, oh, I'll just buy a couple more. So I ended up getting like 4 or 5 lipsticks. I was just trying to take advantage of the sale, and Pat McGrath is they're usually $38. So I was just like, I am gonna take advantage of this. Yeah, so this is the shade. Did I already say it? I think you pronounce it Fembot. It's 020. I just got it because this is, like I was saying, like this is like the type of nude pink that I like. This is the only type of pink lipstick I'll wear. I was gonna wear the Pillow Talk one, but I just bought this Pat McGrath one and I got it in the mail recently. I just want to use it. You know, when you buy a new lipstick or new makeup, you're just excited to use it a lot. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with how the second trimester went. Sorry, very unexciting. I'll leave the blog post I typed up below. Like I said, it's only like 2 paragraphs and it's basically me just going over what I just said in this video, this YouTube video. But yeah, I just want to kind of do a chatty get ready with me, talk about how the second trimester has been going really smoothly, uneventful, nothing like juicy or bad happened. The doctor's appointments have been going well. A lot of the stuff I was feeling in the first trimester went away, so I've been feeling pretty like normal during the second trimester. The chatty wanted to go over like some upcoming video plans that I have for filming wise. Yeah, the 3 big ones I want to do is a Charlotte Tilbury review on, because I bought a lot of her products recently. Not a full face, but just like a lot of lipsticks and eyeshadows I got. And then I would like to do a candid update video and probably like a goals 2021 year goals that I have. Maybe show my bullet journal, stuff like that. But yeah, just those are some things, updates to expect. Oh yeah. And then obviously a 3rd trimester pregnancy update. I like to film that too coming up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this just relaxing little update video. Nothing too crazy exciting. We don't really have a ton of plans coming up in the next month or so until March hits. Then when March hits, I'm going to be very busy. So that's why I'm trying to like pump out some videos right now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was maybe like a little relaxing and you have a little update on my life and what to expect going forward here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!